Have you ever been so locked into healing that you missed the fact that you were still sick? I have. I literally ignored every red flag. Carnivore stopped my ulcerative colitis flare, but the rest of my body was falling apart. I told myself, just eat more beef, you'll be fine. But here's what I figured out the hard way. My body was starving for micronutrients. All it could tolerate was actually fresh beef, and my system, well, let's just say my full system was still inflamed. I just didn't listen. I've been doing carnivore for about 18 months now, and for the last 300 days, it's been very strict with just salt, water, and beef, and nothing else. So I've had no flares, no blood, and no hospital visits. So it's amazing. But something else was happening that I didn't listen to. So every time I decided to reintroduce a certain food, even something as simple as eggs or chicken, I'd get hit with joint pain, fatigue, diarrhea, and I just kept on thinking that it was just my ulcerative colitis again. If I cut them out and just go straight back to beef, I was honestly stuck in a loop. I kept on running back to stage 1 and not actually moving on to stage 2. But as I said, everything on paper looked amazing. I had no ulcerative colitis flare-ups, no blood, no bleeding, no urgency, but I honestly started to feel like utter shit. I was so tired and fatigued every day, my joints were aching, my body was inflamed, and all this time, I've been trying to blame my ulcerative colitis without thinking, is there something else that's underlining? I couldn't eat anything except fresh beef, eggs, chicken, dairy. All of them were giving me bad reactions. I honestly thought I was trapped, destined to only eat fresh beef for the rest of my life. But here's the truth. Because of being so strict for so long, my body is so hypersensitive that it's in hyperdrive, reacting to everything, even if it didn't need to. I was depleted, constantly inflamed, and running on empty. I didn't need more restriction in my diet. I needed to repair and nourish my bowels. Now, do you know when you have the moments where a light bulb goes off in your head? Well, for some reason, this was the moment. I decided to turn to ChatGPT. I asked it to write me a prompt to the world's best holistic health practitioner. And I got it to build me the exact person that I wish I'd found years ago. So someone who understood carnivore diet, someone who knew how to heal past the carnivore diet, that they had thousands of cases, and obviously people that they have healed from autoimmune diseases like ulcerative colitis. They help you avoid surgery. They used food and mindset as their bottom line. They gave zero fluff or bullshit, and I wanted to make sure that it was unbiased towards any sort of healing. So I even put in there, if the person needs medication, then you're not scared to obviously issue what sort of medication they might need. And when I put it all in there, obviously answered all the questions that I asked to make sure it got an in-depth analysis of how I'm doing, what I've been doing over the last however many years, what sort of diets I've done, what sort of medications I've taken, and everything else. And the first thing that she said to me, which was such a massive weight that was lifted off my shoulders, you're in remission from a UC flare, but not from your I can't pronounce it, systemic inflammation. This was the first time that I honestly thought it could be something else except my ulcerative colitis. So that was it. That single line gave me the biggest relief I've had probably in the last 12 months of doing the carnivore. So carnivore diet wasn't failing me, because in the last couple of months I've been thinking it has been. I just wasn't finished on the next stage. I was stuck in stage 1. So healing the flare is stage 1. You want to get down as many symptoms as you possibly can. No more blood, no more mucus, no more pain. You want to make sure that you're not, in any flare whatsoever, reduce inflammation. That was phase 1. And I seem to stay in that forever, which is because carnivore is the best anti-inflammatory diet there is out there. I was stuck in stage 1 or phase 1. Now, I was in phase 2. The part no one seems to talk about once they say, start the carnivore diet, and then it will ease your inflammation. This is the part where you repair and nourish your system from the inside out. So honestly, that's when I realized it's like a fire in a building. The fire brigade comes, they put the fire out, and then you're left with a building that's smoldering. That's there smoldering, and quick, some smoke could set a flame again. Instead of actually going in there, repairing, taking everything out, and start rebuilding, I'm there, stood watching the building as it's smoldering, scared that it's going to start again. My plan was never ever to stay on beef carnivore forever. It was to honestly heal and thrive. I wanted to eat every animal product going from nose to tail. So that's eggs, chicken, beef, pork, lamb, organ meats, dairy. That will make me strong, give me all the nutrients I need, and that will obviously give me the long-term health that I've been striving for years. And I've actually made the prompt available for you. I honestly highly recommend it. It's been amazing. I've been messaging it every day. Just small little things like, went down to the shops because I had supposed to have a delivery of my chuck roll. It didn't come up. So then I was in the shops thinking, what am I supposed to eat? I'm trying to get the most healing food possible. So I messaged it. I was like, there's this in the shop. Because I didn't want to go backwards. I'm fed up of going fucking backwards. And going back straight to stage 1 and causing inflammation and causing stress on the system. I want to get healed. So I messaged it. It was called osso buco. I've never had it before. It's part of the shin. You get like a bone in the middle of it with bone marrow. That's been chopped off. Slow cooked it in bone broth. It was one of the most nicest meals I've had in a very long time. And I could feel the healing effect of it. But I want to pick that meat. If I didn't put it in there, I would have ended up picking, it was like diced beef, which, you know, it's got reduced fat. Or there was organic, fresh chicken. That wasn't no good either because that's high in histamine. So just having that person there to help you along has just been amazing. So I'll left it in the description. Now, if you sign up, you'll get a free 5-step to heal your IBD naturally with the carnivore diet. And the AI prompt will come free with that. So you can copy it, you can tweak it, and basically create your own personal health practitioner like I did. Now, if you want me to make a full video of what I did on how to build your own personal practitioner, then drop a comment below and tell me. Say, yes, I want to see how you did it, and then we'll go from there. So if you're like me and you're stuck in phase 1, it's honestly not your fault. They hear all these different influencers say, oh, yeah, just start the carnivore diet. All I did was eat this for this long, and then I felt good and found it amazing. But might not be like that. You might be like me, stuck in that phase 1 where it's not healing all the rest of the things that's going on in your body, and you're gradually building up more inflammation in your body. You need to heal as well as obviously reducing the inflammation. So it's now your responsibility. I'm giving you the information to move forward. I'm honestly done just surviving, and I'm going to make phase 2 my bitch. And soon I'll be ready for phase 3, which is rebuild. I'm going to be sharing exactly what I'm going to be doing in phase 2, how I'm repairing and nourishing my body. So if you're on the same path, make sure you hit that subscribe. And if you're feeling off, watch. You eat healthy, so why are you still sick?